गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बुज वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं क्रियात् सन्निधिं सन्निधिं क्रियात्। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारम् शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिम्। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधे वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Please open the book, page 62, second paragraph. तु शब्दः पूर्वपक्षावृत्त्यर्थः पूर्वपक्षव्यावृत्त्यर्थः तत्ब्रह्म सर्वज्ञं सर्वशक्तिं जगत् उत्पत्ति स्थिति कालय कारणम् वेदांत शास्त्राद् एव अवगम्यते। कथं समन्वयात् सर्वेषु हि वेदान्तेषु वाक्यानि तात्पर्येण एतस्यार्थस्य प्रतिपादकत्वेन समनुगतानि सदेव सौम्य इदमग्र आसीत् एकमेव अद्वितीयम् आत्मा वा इदम् एक एव अग्र आसीत् तदेतद् ब्रह्म अपूर्वम् अनपरम् अनन्तरम् अबाह्यम् अयमात्मा ब्रह्म सर्वानुभूः ब्रह्म एव इदममृतं पुरस्तात् इत्यादीनि न च तद्गतानां पदानां ब्रह्मस्वरूपविषये निश्चिते समन्वये अवगम्यमाने अर्थान्तरकल्पनायुक्ता श्रुतहानि अश्रुतकल्पना प्रसंगात् न च तेषां कर्तृदेवता आदि स्वरूप प्रतिपादनपरतावसीयते तत्केन कं पश्येत् इत्यादि क्रियाकारक फलनिराकरणश्रुतेः न च परिनिष्ठित वस्तुस्वरूपत्वे अपि प्रत्यक्षादिविषयत्वं ब्रह्मण तत्त्वम् असि इति ब्रह्मात्मभावस्य शास्त्रम् अन्तरेण अनवगम्यमानत्वात् यत्तु हेयोपादेयरहितत्वात् उपदेश आनर्थवयमिति नैष दोषः हेयोपादेय शून्यब्रह्मात्मता अवगमादेव सर्वक्लेश प्रहाणात् पुरुषार्थसिद्धेः देवतादिप्रतिपादनस्य तु स्ववाक्यगत उपासनार्थत्वे अपि न कश्चित् विरोधः न तु तथा ब्रह्मण उपासना विधिशेषत्वम् संभवति एकत्वे हेयोपादेय शून्यतया क्रियाकारकादिद्वैत विज्ञान उपमर्द उपपत्तेः विज्ञान उपमर्द उपपत्तेः नहि एकत्व विज्ञानेन उन्मथितस्य द्वैतविज्ञानस्य पुनः संभवोऽस्ति येन उपासना विधिशेषत्वं ब्रह्मण प्रतिपद्येत यद्यपि अन्यत्र वेदवाक्यानां विधिसंस्पर्शम् अन्तरेण प्रमाणत्वं न दृष्टम् तथापि आत्मविज्ञानस्य फलपर्यन्तत्वात् न तद्विषयस्य शास्त्रस्य प्रामाण्यं शक्यं प्रत्याख्यातुम् न च अनुमानगम्यं शास्त्रप्रामाण्यम् येन अन्यत्र दृष्टम् निर्दर्शनम् अपेक्षेत तस्मात् सिद्धं ब्रह्मणः शास्त्रप्रमाणकत्वम् So, we were seeing this fourth sutra. In this fourth sutra, Tattu Samanvayat is the sutra. So, Tat here means that Brahman about which we have been talking about in the first three sutras. So in the first sutra, that Brahman was Jigyasyam. In the second sutra, Brahman was Sarvakaranam and Sarvagyam. In the third sutra, Brahman was Veda Kartrikam. It was the creator of the Vedas, and for whom the Vedas are the Veda Pramanyam. How many? Six. Brahman was Vicharyam, Jigyasyam, then Sarvagyam, then Sarvakaranam, then Veda Kartakam, then Ved Pramanyam. 5. Okay. So this way, this is mentioned by the word Tat. Tat is a pronoun. So this is mentioned by the word Tat. And Tat tu Samanvayat. Samanvayat means which is consistent in the Vedanta or Upanishads. So Tat tu Shastra Yonihi. So I told you, Shastra Yoni you have to add. So Brahman is the main subject matter. Shastra Yoni means, Yoni had two meanings. One meaning was, it is a karta, other is praman. So it is the subject matter. It is the Brahman alone is the Shastra Yoni means Shastra is praman for whom Vedas are praman for whom Brahman alone is the subject matter of the Vedas. Why? Samanvayat, because of its consistently going in all the mantras or of its importance. This was the first thing which we saw. We were discussing the word tu, and tu word vyavritartha. It is to negate all other schools of philosophy. So we had seen there are 6 Nastik darshan. From that 6 we made it to 3. So one was Yog Sankhya, other was Nyaya Vaisheshik, and third was Purvamimamsa. Also we mentioned yesterday that first chapter from Sutra number 5 to Sutra number 134. Much of the sutras are given for the negation of the Sankhya. Then we saw that Nyaya will be refuted in the second chapter. Nyaya is not a strong opponent. Now you had heard yesterday about the Purvamimamsa. Where we were concluding our talk, we said that Purvamimamsa, initially the Purvamimamsa which is mentioned in the Vedas is not the subject of negation. If you remember, I said that Purvamimamsa prepares you for sadhan chatushta. It prepares you for vairagya, vivek, shat sampatti. So one who has not gone through Purvamimamsa, he will not be qualified student in Vedanta. And Jaimini wrote sutras in Purvamimamsa. There are around 2000 sutras are there, which is called Jaimini Sutra. And very first sutra is called Athato Dharma Jigyasa. Like we have Athato Brahma Jigyasa, therefore the sutra is Athato Dharma Jigyasa. And in this sutra, in this Jaimini Sutra, Shabar Swami was there who wrote a commentary which is called Shabar Bhashyam. Shabar Bhashya is the Bhashya on Jaimini Sutra by one Shabar Swami. Okay. Now, no problem. Bhagwan Bhashyakar agrees with most of it. Shabar Bhashya he agrees. As I told yesterday, that the Purvamimamsa makes your antakaran little fit. I give you point that Karma Yoga leaves the, attacks on the grosser aspect of our personality. Grosser aspect means what? Rag, Dvesh, Krodh, Ahankar, through which you become uncontrolled. Grosser aspect means person becomes uncontrolled. Sometimes he is out of control in his thinking, in his talking. He is not within the limits. He is crossing his limits. He is not dharmic. So Karma Yoga makes us more little cultured internally. So the violent reactions are curbed. Impulsive violent reactions are curbed. From the unsurrendered individualistic personality, little surrendered personality is developed. From the individualistic existence of my style, my project, from the individualistic personality of my style, my ideas, my ways, my own lifestyle, Karma Yoga tries to smoothen those sharp corners of our personality and makes the mind little surrendered. Makes the mind little, his ahankar is curbed, or it is made ineffective if it is not made totally diminished. It is not operative. Okay, it comes, but I don't operate on that. So Kam, Krodh are little subdued, if not totally obliterated. It is subdued, where I live a life of very less anger, least passion, least expectation. This he has acquired in many births or in one birth. It depends upon how much he puts effort. Prayatnat yatmanastu yogi samshuddha kilbisha. Gita says yatmanastu, one who puts effort also. So, this is called the prayojan of karma, which is in Purvamimamsa, and upasana takes you in the deeper chambers of your mind. When you do jap for a longer time, when you do upasana, you become more single-pointed, quietened for a long time. Now, to this point, Vedanta is accepting the Purvamimamsa. Where the problem occurs, let us now discuss that point. And I have already told you, Brahmasutra is very, very descriptive and very, very elaborate. So you have to have extra potential and stamina to hear. It is not necessary that you should hear, but if you are having lot of thirst to know and abide in the self, then Brahmasutra is for you. Now, on this Shabar Bhashya, coming back to this, from where the difference started coming. Till the Jaimini Sutra and most of the Sutra except 1-2 Sutra, Vedanta is very agreeing to that. But what was the point of discontent? Let us now see. On the Shabar Bhashya, there is 2 commentary. One commentary was wrote by Kumaril Bhatt, and other commentary was wrote by Prabhakar. The Kumaril Bhatt wrote the commentary in a poetry form, verses form, which is called Vartikam. And Prabhakar wrote a commentary in a prose form, which is called Brahati. So the commentary of, what is the first one? Kumaril Bhatt. He presents the Purvamimamsa system, which is called Bhattamatam. So Bhattena Kritam Bhatt. So Bhattamatam. Okay. And first and second one will be called Prabhakarmatam. So what Prabhakar said is called Prabhakarmatam. And what Kumaril Bhatt said is called Bhattamatam. I must I was using the word yesterday, Kumaril Bhatt, if you remember, who hid among the Buddhists and he got all the information of the Buddhists, and ultimately he broke their bast. But because he lied to the Buddhist monks, he said, okay, I did my work of breaking their philosophy, but I did a wrong thing by cheating them, and therefore I will do prayashchit, repentance. And as a repentance, he put himself into a funeral pyre. So he put himself surrounded by fire, and he was about to enter into that fire. And at that time, Shankaracharya Bhagavan came to him and he said, you have been expounder of Purvamimamsa, but certain aspects I don't agree with you. He said, Bhai, I am not going to discuss, I am going to go for prayashchit. You are coming at a wrong time. Let me die peacefully. मरने में नहीं देते यार इन लोग. So he said, there is my disciple. His name is Mandan Mishra. And Mandan Mishra lived in a place called Maheshwar in Madhya Pradesh, near Indore. I also went there, Maheshwar. You go there, and whatever objections you have, you can put in front of him. Let us see whether he is right or wrong. Okay. And then Shankaracharya went to Mandan Mishra. And Mandan Mishra, I told the story. What? Huh? His house was closed. Doors were closed. Then Shankaracharya Bhagavan, with his Yog Shakti, he went toward the door and entered. Mandan Mishra was doing Havan Ityadi. He got a shock. Is it Kuto Mundi? Where from this sannyasi has come? Because sannyasi they were refuting. And then he said, I have come because your Guru Kumaril Bhatt was there. He only directed me to you. And therefore I don't agree with certain parts of what you added in the commentary of Shabar Bhash. He said, okay, if you don't agree, I will refute it. And then they both had Shastrarth. Shastrarth means logical refuting each other. So earlier, greatest kind of fight was at the intellectual level. There was a fight not with the sword, but it was with the intellect and logic. Let me see whether I am right or you are right. Okay. And then, who will become a referee? So his wife, I think her name was Bharati, she became a referee. His wife. Whose wife? Mandan Mishra, Mishraji's wife. He was called Mishraji. And then, I think 10 days, 15 days, this discussion went on and he was defeated, Mandan Mishra. And he became Sureshwaracharya, who was the first Shankaracharya of Sringeri Math. Okay. This is just sideline. But now I'm coming back to the point. If you are interested, then you have to hear. Brahmasutra is very, very detailed, and you have to have much more appetite for that. You have that appetite to hear that. Well, I have come, what does it matter? Appetite is okay. So, whether appetite not, you keep on saying. Too much of thirst should be there for knowledge, for a little higher studies. Then, what did these two people say, which was not as per Vedanta? I want to know this now. Which aspect of Purvamimamsa was not agreeable? Okay. So let us see what they have to say first. Okay. What are their views? Their means Bhatt and Prabhakar. I will use the word Bhatt and Prabhakar, don't get confused. Not the original Purvamimamsa. Mainly Bhatt and Prabhakar, what did they say? So they said, देखो भाई बात ऐसी है कि entire Vedas can be divided into, classified into two parts. Two kinds of statements are in the Vedas. Okay? Which two kinds? They say Siddha Bodhak Vakyani and Karya Bodhak Vakyani. What is that? Siddha Bodhak Vakyani. Siddha Bodhak Vakyani means those statements which talks about the facts. They just give you the knowledge. That is called Siddha Bodhak Vakyani. Like fire is hot. Sky is blue. It is one information is there. One knowledge is there. That is called Siddha Bodhak Vakyani. Statements of fact, they give you the mere knowledge of a thing. Okay. Second was? I told us. Karya Bodhak Vakya. He didn't tell. Karya Bodhak Vakya. This is called statements of commandments, which are injunctions. They are forcing the people to act. Don't go there. Sit down. Eat food. It is not a statement of fact. It is injunction there is there. The statement which are in potential and imperative moods. That is called, what is that? Karya Bodhak Vakyani. Kuryat word has been there. Kurvit word has been there. Create word has been used. And Gita also uses both kinds of words. Like he will say, Avinashi tu tad vidhi. Vidhi means know it. There is nothing to do there. And then he says, Karya Bodhak Vakyani. Tasmat etatrayam tyajet. Where potential form is there. Don't ask what is potential. Vidhi-link. Rot lakar is there. So there are two kinds of statements. They divided it. Please note, this is not Vedanta is saying. Vedanta is saying, okay, first you say, then I will say what I have to say. First, whatever you want to say, you say. So, Siddha Bodhak Vakyani is statements of fact. And Karya Bodhak Vakyani is a statement of commandment. Like the 10 commandments are there. Do this. Agni hotram juhoeta. One should do Agni hotra every day. Okay. Chale aage? Can I go ahead? Okay. So, through statements of fact, we only get knowledge. Okay. But through statements of commandments, we are forced to do some action. We are forced to do some action. Okay. Like kurvan neveha karmani jijivishet shatagam sama. So desire to live for 100 years. Upanishad says, don't desire to die very early. Why? You need time to purify your mind and you need time to know the self. Don't say, even if I die today, it is okay. So, don't become philosopher. Because you have not attained your goal. Problem is, if you die today also, again you will be born and you have not fulfilled. You are going half-baked. And this half-baked, either you will become bhoot pret or you will take rebirth. Not that you are going to get liberated. Well, supposing I get rebirth, then rebirth, see, again you will become baby. I mean, if you have done punya, then only you will become. If you become animal, dog, cat, then no chance. Again, you will waste lot of time in drinking milk, etc. Now, this but supposing if you also become human being, the problem will be, again you will go to the childhood process. You don't know your punya is there or not to get satsang. This birth, I don't know what sadhana you have done. And last birth, which environment you will get is father, mother. Even if you get some conducive situation, you will have to recall everything you must have forgotten by that time. All Sanskrit and all shlokas you must have forgotten. Again to come back to the same point where you left, it will itself take quite a time. So, Ishavasya says, Jiji Vishet, San Pratyay is there. Desire to live, desire to complete the project of your life and then live. Who's asking to live? Who's asking you should live forever? Anyway, you won't live. But please desire to live and fulfill the existence, knowledge of the self you should have. Iha cheda vedita satyamasti. Therefore, try to keep yourself fit. Try to keep yourself fit. So this is the injunction of the scriptures. Shatagam sama. Only 100 years are too much. I think 80 I can keep. Okay. It depends upon you. I'm not saying, this is not the meaning of the desire. Desire to complete your project before your body leaves. At least have that much of that desire that I should not leave the body without knowing this. Because it is a raw deal. It is not a good deal. I got this body, I got the scriptures, I got satsang, I am leaving without knowing the self. So scriptures has condemned that a lot, that if you leave the body without knowing the self, sa kripanaha ya aksharam ajñātva preti. This Brahmaranyak says, if you leave the body without, because you are again into trouble. You have not finished the causes of trouble. Not that I have attachment to the body. So this is called Karya Bodhak Vakya. Don't forget these. Siddha Bodhak Vakyani, statements of fact. And second is statements of commandment. Okay. Fine. So what you have to say? This is all Purvamimamsa is talking. Especially the Bhatt and Prabhakara are talking. They were great giants. Lot of books are there. Since the Siddha Bodhak Vakya gives only knowledge, they do not give us any benefit, they are saying. Siddha Bodhak Vakyani are giving in only the knowledge. The sky is blue or pot is there. There is no jnanam in that. There is no benefit because you don't accomplish anything. Because knowing itself is not an accomplishment. And therefore, jnanam alone is useless. They are saying jnanam alone is useless because it doesn't give any purusharth. Purusharth means arth, kam, dharma. Purusharth means sukh prapti and dukh nivritti is not there. Like supposing I say, by knowing there is a heaven, you don't get benefit. To get benefit, you should tell, okay, how to reach the heaven. If you just tell, there is a heaven, the other person will feel not good. It is just like you go somewhere and tell, that I went to California. And this California is very good. San Francisco is there. Silicon Valley is there. You are coming and telling to somebody who doesn't have so much of money. So he unnecessarily feels more inferior. So they say, this Siddha Bodhak Vakyani, they are not giving you any solution in life. Okay. It is just like a doctor is telling that this is a disease. How do you tell what is the cure of that? If you have just the knowledge of something, it does not cure a disease. Knowledge of the disease doesn't cure a disease. And knowledge of medicine also doesn't cure a disease. You have to tell how to get the medicine, where to get the medicine. Then only you can be out of the sorrow which is because of that problem. So Sukha Prapti and Dukh Nivritti is called Purusharth. Another word for Purusharth is Sukha Prapti and Dukh Nivritti. Because Artha, Kam, Moksha, etc. are for Sukha Prapti and Dukh Nivritti. So they say that Jnanam does not give you any Purusharth. Okay. And their famous line is that Siddha Bodhak Vakyani Aprayojanani. And therefore these statements are Aprayojakani. That there is purposeless. Aprayojanani. Aprayojanani means you don't get any benefit from that. Unless any knowledge has its application, it doesn't have benefit. It is useless. And in the common parlance, this is true. Why people don't want to go for studying BA now? Political science, subject called political science, Hindi. Hindi subject got over. Hindi subject was there in the university. It's Usha Shukla, you know Usha Shukla? Huh? You don't know? This Varsha's Mausi is there. She comes also many times. So she was a professor in Hindi. She is doctorate in Hindi. She said Hindi department is closed. Achha, if I ask you why a person wants to go for engineering, mechanical engineering, or electronic engineering, computer science, or metallurgy, architecture, tell me why engineering has become popular. There is a big application. Mechatronics. This Kriti will go in mechanical and electronics. It's called mechatronics. You have this knowledge. You go out after 5 years. You apply for the jobs. Buildings are being built. Power station ISCOM is there. Power stations are there. Everywhere computer is there. And therefore there is a high applicability. You get the job immediately. If you know Hindi, no job. Political science, no job. At the most, teaching is the only job. And that teaching also vacancy is full in the universities. You know why Sanskrit stopped? Because those who studied Sanskrit, they have no job. So there is a Sampurnanand Vishwavidyalaya in Banaras. Government is giving money to take Sanskrit as a subject. Only if you take Sanskrit as a subject in your BA or MA, you will be given so much of a scholarship. Low. Still children are not taking. This is supposing I study Sanskrit. There is no application. I will only become teacher. And teacher does not have a good salary sometimes. Primary school teacher I become. Or I will be getting the job in the universities. I won't get that much of money. So better I will go for some engineering course because the standard of living is high. If the boy is there, girl will always see what he does. And if you say the boy is somewhere, he is an engineer in that company or is a manager or MBA he does or medical he does or diploma he does, the high level of applicability is there. And because of that, that knowledge is very fruitful. What Purvamimamsa is saying, you cannot refute them. Because it is very applicable knowledge is there. Okay. Therefore, there is a big rush in the engineering institutes. In the medical institute, the cutoff percentage is very high. It is above 90%, 95%. So metric is there, and if you don't have so much of percentage, you cannot enter. But regarding this courses, cutoff percentage is very low because hardly anybody goes there. Okay. And therefore they are saying that Siddha Bodhak Vakyani Aprayojanani. Well, these statements which only knowledge is involved and no application is involved, it is useless. Let's have some knowledge of plumbing, electrical, carpentry. You have a knowledge of how to make TV, how to repair mobile. If nothing is there, even one plumbing you can earn a lot. One plumber will take 500 rands to come here. And then his work is so important at certain time. If he doesn't come, it can flood the whole bathroom. See, that is dripping here. I think that is not that is electrical problem. That is because of AC, I think. Pump. I think we should rectify it. So it drips and it will spoil the carpet then. So I think we should rectify it. Now see, it is an application. What plumber can do, you can't do it. He has instruments. He knows how to see the pipe. He knows everything. He can open it. He can close it. And this is how he will earn. Similarly, Purohit course is there. People don't want to become Purohit because they don't get money. Satnarayan Puja, you get only 400 rands. Satnarayan, and hardly many people are not there. So those who are doing the priestly work, they already have another job. So along with another job, they do the priest work from time to time. Understanding that. And therefore these Purvamimamsa people, they said, your Siddha Bodhak Vakyani is aprayojanani. There is no prayojan of that. It is no applicability is there. The moment you become doctor, you are high in demand. You are, pediatrician. Supposing you are, a lot of children are there. If you are a pediatrician, or you are a, oncologist is there. If you are specialized, you have a heavy charge. GP has a small charge. GP can only charge 300, 200. But to get to the nephrologist or to get to the neurologist or oncologist or orthopedics, I think their fees must be higher. Huh? 1500, my God. Plus you have to take appointment also. That is lesser in number. Because he has not only studied for 5 years, he has studied 5 plus 1 plus 4 plus 3. Around 10 to 13 years he has studied on a certain area. Then his value is very high. And all hospitals, Albert, Lutelli, everywhere, they visit. They only visit for a specific number of hours. So they will come for a visit. They will say, okay, this doctor will come at 2 o'clock. He will come and he will check through it. And the patient has separately to pay for that doctor. You should know all these things. Supposing a person has kidney problem also, and stomach problem also. So the stomach problem doctor, gastroenteritis, will come at certain time, and this kidney problem nephrologist will come at another time, and they will separately charge. When the bill is given, they will separate, because the visiting charges are there, and heavy charges are there. Why? Because they have a knowledge which has an application. Actually, knowledge alone gives you livelihood. If somebody is earning because he has some knowledge. If he has no knowledge, this skilled labor and unskilled labor. So unskilled labor, he will not get money. But skilled labor is there, he will get more money. Understanding that. And therefore they said that Siddha Bodhak Vakyani is Aprayojanani. And then they said, see, you say Aham Brahmasmi, what benefit you get? Did it solve your stomach problem? Did it solve your family problem? Did it give you money? Did it give you pleasure? Did it give you good wife? So you don't get any benefit by chanting Aham Brahmasmi. So this is what is called. Then point number 2. They said this Karma Bodhak Vakyani makes you do something. And because of doing something, you have Sukh Prapti and Dukh Nivritti. Just now I said. The knowledge with an application. And more is the application, more that knowledge is beneficial. Very common points are there. Therefore, if you come to Vedanta class and you ask somebody says, where you go? So you say, I go to Vedanta class. So they say, what you get there? What you get? You get money. Or what is the application? What is the purpose of going? Why you are wasting? Why are you wasting time? Because does it give you anything? You get money? No, we don't get any money. You get any certificate that I did course on Ishavasya. I completed Ishavasya. No certificate. You don't get any certificate. No certificate. Achha? Nothing is there. Nothing. Then why you are? You can't have any job also, sir. No, you don't need any job. So, Karam Bodhak Vakyani, they say like Jyotishto Homa Yajeta. Now, Vedas have said one should do Jyotishto Homa. You will go to Swarga. Or you do Putra Kameshti Yajna. So, after marriage, you should do, if you don't have a son, you have only daughter, then you do yajna so that you can have son also. So this is more attractive for ordinary person. Supposing I organize a Gita Gyan Yajna, how to earn more money. So people will be more interested. Or how to quieten Navagrahas. Navagraha. So people are more therefore in temples, Navagraha is very popular. Because everybody feels that some graha is always wrong. So, now this Purvamimamsa, especially the Bhatt and Prabhakar, don't miss the link. They said that Karyabodhak Vakyani will lead to action. And therefore, Karyabodhak Vakyani Saprayojanani, they are with purpose. with purpose. Okay. An interesting point is that after Vedanta also, people ask one question. I have heard the theory. Now what shall I do? I want to do some practical. After hearing that, it is all wrong. But they say like that. They say, karyat eva prayojanam, jnanat na prayojanam. So if you have a knowledge doesn't give you any prayojan. There is nothing fulfilled. Unless there is applicability, there is something you can do. Then you can say this is a useful knowledge, purposeful knowledge. There is no purpose. कहाँ लगाए वेदांत को? There is no purpose. Okay, 2 points. I hope you understood these 2 points. So, सिद्ध बोधक वाक्यानि सप्रयोजनानि अप्रयोजनानि and कार्य बोधक वाक्यानि सप्रयोजनानि. This is the gist I am telling you. What is their point? So Bhashyakar is sitting quietly, okay, chewing pan and all this. At that time he said, you speak what you have to. Speak your heart out. Whatever you want to say, you say that. Learn to listen also. Some are impatient speakers. Learn to have patient hearing capacity should be. Learn to listen. Not that he is speaking, you are interrupting in between. You should not interrupt while a person is speaking. Let him talk, then you can put his point. And then what happened? Then the question was raised. What question was raised? Well, tell me one thing. You consider Vedas as pramanam? Well, of course. Purvamimamsa considers Vedas as pramanam. Okay. Now, the definition of pramanam, you have heard. Who will say? Definition of pramanam? Huh? No. Abhaditam, anadigatam, asandigdam, smriti vilakshan. Yatharthanva. Okay. So, I'm just giving little same definition in few other words, which Purvamimamsa also agrees. Anadikatam, abhaditam, arthavatvam, arthabodhakam. 3 words are there. Anadikatam, abhaditam, and arthabodhakam. What is meaning of arthabodhakam? Pramanam is that which reveals something. Bodhakam means revealer. It reveals something. Like eyes are there, eyes are pramanam. Why? It reveals something. It reveals forms. Not does. Please note. Reveals means uncovers. Like a torchlight reveals an object. Torchlight doesn't create an object. Well, the torch created a table. No, the table was already there. The torchlight only illumined the table. Torchlight does not create a table. Eyes has not created an object. Tongue is not the creator of food. It is a taster of food. Okay. So, pramanam is arthabodhakam. Very fundamental definition. Arthabodhakam means revealer of an object. It reveals something. Like your ears are revealing the sound. Veil. Veil is their veil. Veil means cover. Reveal is removes the cover. That is called pramanam. Arthabodhakatvam pramanam. Okay. This is the first point. So, pramanam is the revealer of something. Second thing, 2 words I used more. One was anadigatam, other was abaditam. We should have classes for 2 hours, 3 hours. Hare, 1 hour is I am already tired, 3 hours. Is it Bhagavad or what? I'm waiting for the class to get over. So, no, in between we can have some interval. Some 10 minutes, 15, 20 minutes we can have tea break or coffee break. Okay, so then we can again have one hour session. Then again you have tea break. And again you can have some snacks, etc. Half an hour. Then again one class. Otherwise I'll die like this class. One class is enough, 1 hour, please leave me, I'm tired. So anadikatam, the appetite is less. Our appetite we get very easily satisfied by knowledge. And in this area of Vedanta, that unending appetite is required. Person wants to know more. What is there? Unquenchable satiability has to be there. Then you can enjoy more. So anadikata means which is not revealed by any other pramana. Pramanantaram avidyatvam. So like forms are not revealed by tongue or not revealed by ears. So two pramana are not for one prameya. Two pramana are not for one prameya. Because if any difference, there will always be differences if there are two pramana. This is a rule. So then you will say, which is a bigger authority now? Which one to believe in now? If two pramana are for one prameya, then it will create a problem. Because both may say something different. This is a rule. Okay, two pramana cannot be for one prameya. So one pramana is only for one prameya. And abaditam means something which is not contradicted by another. If it is said this is hot, so there should be nothing to contradict that pramana. Then it is called pramana. Supposing somebody says, outside there is a fire. Who said? Well, this person said. No other person said, he said there is no fire. So his words are contradicted. He is not a proof now. Supposing I feel there was a kettle. And in that kettle I saw the what is it called? Vapor was coming. Smoke was coming from the kettle. I saw from a distance. And immediately I said, see, it is very hot. Because so much of a smoke is there. So I went and I touched. So when you know it is hot, you sense it like that. You do like this. Then you felt it is not hot, it is cold. Ice is there, therefore vapors are coming. Now because ice, you use this pramana of seeing and concluding hot and cold. It got contradicted by touching. And therefore that pramana was not right. This pramana of eyes don't conclude by seeing it is hot or cold. And sometimes you are careless, you go in the kitchen, something is very hot. And you don't know it is very hot. And you hold it, and then nicely you get. Sometimes water is also like that. In your wash basin or so there is a hot water there. Already it takes time to get hot. Water, it takes time. But already you have given that time and you have shoved the water, you are washing your face or something. And you forgot that time I already have given. And immediately you put the whole hand and you will get wet. I hope these things do happen. So eyes are not the pramana for sparsh. So anadikatam, abaditam, and artha bodhakam pramanam. This definition they gave. Very nice definition is there. फिर से हम बोलते हैं अनधिगतम अबाधितम अर्थबोधकम प्रमाणम, not revealed by any other source of knowledge, not contradictable. Now, if the hand has touched and said, no, it is cold, kettle is cold, but who put the ice in the cold? Oh, that is another problem. Who put the ice in the kettle? Kettle is meant for boiling water, or he is using as an ice tub? That is another problem. That problem is different. Don't ask this question. But if the hand has touched and it has found that the ice is there and it is cold, now nobody can refute it. It is abhaditam now. It is because right praman is there. Now you have using. Now it is you will be very convinced that this is the thing. Okay. Now what they said, for the Vedas to be pramanam, because they say Vedas are the pramanam. So Vedas should be saying something which is not revealed by any other source of knowledge. Veda cannot tell that, fire is hot. This already it is revealed by the Indriya Praman. Don't tell about that. Please get what I am talking. Vedas are not going to tell that if you work hard, you will get something more. This is already known. I already know this. Vedas don't tell that a child is born by mother and father. Don't tell this. Don't need this. Vedas don't tell on the sky there is a sun. All these are already known by some praman. And if something is known by two praman, then it is not called right praman. So Vedas are talking about that subject which is beyond the realm of pratyakshen anuman praman. Pratyakshena anumityava yastu payo na buddhyate. You remember one day I told you, pratyakshena anumityava yastu payo na buddhyate enam vidanti vedena tasmad vedasya vedata. Okay, up, leave it. Vedas will know. Now, this is said, this is sin. Now, this is not known by pratyaksh praman. Pap punya is not known by pratyaksh praman. This is merit. Morning you should chant this shlok. This is not by pratyaksh praman. Okay. If you bole my eyes are not okay, what shall I do? You chant Chakshusha Upanishad. What? Chakshusha Upanishad. There is Upanishad called Chakshusha Upanishad. If you chant this Upanishad, your eyes will be okay. Okay. Only for mine, I am coming, wait. So, if you chant Chakshusha Upanishad, your eyes will become okay. Only for mind, Gayatri mantra is there, you can chant. Only if Gayatri, then you chant Vishnu Sahasranam. Only I want money, then you chant Shri Suk, don't chant. Why? Because you can't chant properly. So, you chant Kanandara Stotra. And if you chant wrongly, the money goes away. The Shri Suk problem is, if you chant wrongly. I have known people, after chanting Shri Suk, they had big loss in money. Lakshmi ji got more upset. So therefore, don't chant it, chant other sutras. How do we know that chanting this is known by Vedas? This is not the topic of Pratyakshan Anuman Praman. Okay. So something should be beyond the scope of logic, but it should not be illogical. So Praman should not contradict logic. It should be beyond logic, but it is not illogical, it is illogical. A new word has been coined, illogical, not illogical. Another word is there which I like, is translogical. Translogical. It is not illogical, it is not logical, it is translogical. Because if it is logical, it will come in Pratyaksha and Anuman category. And if it is illogical, illogical means Pratyaksha and Praman and Anuman are contradicting that. So neither Pratyaksha and Praman are supporting that, neither Pratyaksha and Anuman are contradicting that. Acha, हाँ. If you do this punya, you will get so much. Pratyaksha you can't say. If you chant Kanak Dhara Stotram, you will get money. A Pratyaksh Praman cannot prove it, neither it can disprove it. So neither it is logical, neither it is illogical. So it is translogical. There are certain aspects which cannot be proved, but they are there. Where logic does not work, it is not in the realm of non-logic. Logic works only in the area which can be seen by eyes. Something are not seen by eyes, and therefore you need the faith there. And after having faith, you do certain things, and then you get the fruit of that. And then you realize, no, this was logical, this was right. So knowledge about dharma is not through Pratyaksha Praman. Dharma, and they are from Aparushya Praman, called Veda Praman is required. I hope this is. So the Veda Praman will reveal something which is not revealed by the ordinary Praman. Scientific Praman is not required there. Is it okay? Slowly I am going, and now you have to follow everything. But my time is over. In this definition, they said, Purvamimamsa said, I will want to add one more word. Vedanta is also comfortable with this definition. But one more word this you are using, Vedanta says, why you are putting this word? Well, no, I put one more, 3 conditions. Abadit, anadigatam, abaditam, phalvat, arthabodhak. So they use the word phalvat. Phalvat means saprayojanam. So Praman should be with prayojan. If you see something, you know this I should not walk. There is a what is it called? Thorn there. Thorn is there. So there is a Praman is also with the prayojan there. Purpose is there. The hand touched the tea. It was too hot. So automatically it said, don't drink, let it cool down. Sometimes people give me soup and they warn me, very hot, Swamiji. They think I will not see it. They think he may not just gulp it, it's very hot. And when I drink, there is no hot at all sometimes. Actually, hot to hot also varies from person to person. Cold, these are all relative terms. So they said that Praman should be saprayojanam. Now please rectify that. Again I am repeating. Anadigatam abaditam phalvat arthabodhakam pramanam. You underline the phalvat. This is an interesting portion. Not only it should reveal something, but it should be useful also. Oh. Okay. Useful means saprayojan. Phalvat means it should be with purpose. Okay. You know what conclusion they made it now? Siddha bodhak vakyani are apramanani. And Karyabodhak Vakyani are Pramanani. These statements of fact are not the proof because they are not with purpose. And statements are of commandment are with the proof, and therefore they are with the purpose. More we will see it tomorrow. Try to munch it, imbibe it, and enjoy it. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.